Today I'm going to teach you how to make this really beautiful pom-pom wreath, and I'm going to break it down into several steps for you. So the first step is going to be painting. I'm going to use this super sparkly black sparkle with black paint acrylic paint that I found to paint this wooden haunted house that I'm going to be placing on the front of our wreath. There we go. So we have our wooden house all painted. If you notice, kind of shimmers, it sparkles a little bit. And so what we want to do now is we want to add a way to attach it to our wreath. If you notice on the back, there's a little tab, and what that is this house actually lights up. We'll pull the tab once we have everything together and put on our wreath, and you'll be able to see the lights on the front of the windows in the front of the house glow. So we're going to do you can use floral wire or you can use pipe cleaners. And we are just going to put some hot glue on the back. I like to use low temp. Okay. And I like to cover it, zigzag it down in some glue. To make sure that it stays really well. Okay, and then we're going to let it dry. So the next part of painting is painting this foam wreath ring that I got at the craft store. I'm painting it a matte acrylic black, any kind of acrylic black paint, and you want to flip it over and make sure you get the back, just so if anything is seen, it'll all be covered. Now that it's painted, we need to let it dry. So to make all these pom-poms, I'd like to use a pom-pom maker. You can make one online using cardboard, but the amount of pom-poms that you have to make, it is so much easier to use a pom-pom maker. I actually got this one at Hobby Lobby with 40% off, so it was about $6 for all of these. So I vary the sizes in the pom-pom wreath, as you noticed. I like to use the large and the second to largest. Usually, I like my accent colors to be the large and my solid, more harsh colors to be in the medium. So, to make this Halloween wreath, I'm going to use these three colors. This is, good luck what this is. This is tea leaf. This is a straight black. And this is called carrot. I like them to be more of the muted tones for the Halloween wreath. So I'm going to use this large pom-pom maker for these two colors here. And I'm going to use the smaller one for these, the black. The black is such a stark color. Having a smaller pom-pom is going to accent your two Halloween colors, your green and your orange. So these can be kind of tricky. They come in pieces like this. You got to hold them together. And usually what I'll do is wrap one strand around and then keep going until it's nice and full. take it over to the other side. All right, so that is 200 wraps on each one. Then you close it and pull these down. Then what I normally do is just take this where I can hold it, snip. So then you want to have about 10-inch piece of thread. Super sharp scissors. These are the Fiskars Soft Grip Razor Scissors. So you can see there's a little indent in there. Your scissors will fit just like that. Now the trick is to cut and hold at the same time. See? It is tricky. Very tricky. Once everything is cut, you want to take the yarn and put it through the little sandwich hole. Pull tight. This is what's going to hold your pom-pom together. I usually pull really tight, wrap it once, wrap it around to the other side, and then tie once and pull tight, and then this is where I will tie it again. There we go. Okay, so we're just gonna undo these and pop our pom-pom out. I almost said popcorn, but it's all good. Okay, so you notice it's kind of a weird, funky shape and doesn't really look like a pom-pom. So we're gonna trim it up and make it round. So for easy cleanup, I like to just use an old shoebox. And I keep these two strings. I keep these two strings that we originally had tied it with to hold my pom-pom. So then I like to clip these bigger ones off first. See? It's starting to look like a pom-pom already. So then you see, so I put my scissors right on top of the other yarn that's sticking out of the pom-pom, and I just cut across. It's so much easier. Instead of digging, you don't want to dig in, you just want to keep it parallel, and then you're able to just go around almost like you're trimming a bush.
Ta-da! I make as many pom-poms as I can with those 3 skeins of yarn.
Okay, so to make a ribbon, I like to use hot glue and some pipe cleaners and a really good pair of scissors that cuts ribbon with wire really well. So you want to use ribbon with wire. We can make 1 full bow with a 9-foot ribbon. So first what we want to do is you want the middle part to be 5 inches. So we're going to trim off our ribbon. We want it to be 5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to cut it at 5 inches. And then we're going to take 4 16-inch pieces. Usually I measure one first, and then once it's measured, I just kind of eyeball the rest. It does not have to be perfect, but we want to do 4 of them. Okay. And then I'm going to do 2 more pieces because I like to have tails hang down from my ribbon. There's very little left over. I would say about 6 inches. All right. So we're going to take 2 pieces and we're going to put them aside with our pipe cleaners for our bottom of our bow. So I like to use a low temperature glue gun because I'm going to be using my fingers a lot and that helps not burn them. So we're going to take some glue and stick it on one edge. I also have a silicone mat. You can put glue down on the mat. It dries, comes up very easy. Absolutely love them. So there we go. There is the center of your bow. And what you're going to do is you're going to do this for all 4 pieces. I'm going to hot glue them together. Put the hot glue part in the middle and just put it down like that. We're going to do that to all 4 pieces. So looks like I've got 2 longer pieces and 2 shorter pieces, and that's totally fine. We're going to take this longer piece here and we are going to put some glue down in the middle. Just a nice big dot of glue in the middle. And we're going to, it's a little hot. So we're going to do the same thing to this one. Put a little glue in the middle. All right, now we're going to put our bow together here. We are going to put a nice circle dot in the middle and position this so you have a little X so far. Then you're going to do the same here. Put some glue down in the middle. Ooh, hot. And that is why I use low temperature glue. If it was high temp, I probably would have just burnt my finger right now. And we'll do the same thing to the other side. Middle, some glue. Then I like to let them dry just for a second. You know they're dry when it's not hot anymore. Okay. All right, so we take this blue, take this middle one and put it right here. So we want to put a little glue right in the middle, nice little circle. And then we're going to put some glue right here in the middle. and put this one down. Now we're going to let that dry a little bit before we add our centerpiece. All right, now that it's all dry, I want to take my ribbon, and it's directional because of the bats, and I want to put a nice little dab of glue in the middle. And I want to put my bat in there just like that. So we're going to make sure this is good and dry before we flip it over and add our tails. Now that it's dry, you want to know which direction is up on your ribbon, and you're just going to turn it over. And you're just going to make, I like to do a circle, sometimes an X, and you're just going to put hot. Do the other for the other side. All right, so we're going to let that dry. When that's all dry, we're going to take a pipe cleaner. I like to use a coordinating color. This black tends to work really well. You can also use floral wire. You want to put your pipe cleaner in the middle, and then I like to put a little bit of glue on top. All right, and let that dry. And when this is all dry, we will come back and we'll form up our bow. All right, now that it's dry, we're going to flip it over. We're going to cut our ends. You can either cut them diagonal or you can cut them in a V pattern, which I prefer. And I just go up to the middle, and I just do the other side the same way. Just like that. Because there's wire, it's pretty easy. All right, there we go. And then now, I'm just going to fluff our ribbon, our bow up. You can add this to anything that you need. I really like to add them to vases around, or whatever I feel like needs a big, wonderful, beautiful bow.
The video is getting a little long, so I cut out the part where you need to hot glue the pom-poms onto the wreath. But it's pretty easy. Just put some glue on the pom-pom and stick it on the wreath in any order that you want. There's no wrong way. Okay, so now what you want to do is, right now I am just putting on the house and I'm twisting the pipe cleaner around. As you see, I've already put the bow on and tied it around. The orange bow was a little bit bright for me, so I remade a black bow in the same way that I made it. And then all I did was fasten it to the back with pipe cleaners, and that's why I really like the pipe cleaners better than the floral wire. And there you go, my friends. Here is your pom-pom wreath. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and click to subscribe. Thanks.